Hello friends, my name is Nick and this is Chip Chat. Today we are going to chat about the Saucy Ladies Marinara Kettle chips. Let's see what we have. Okay. Success. Oh, giving them a whiff. I'm not sure what I'm smelling. There is the first chip. It's definitely more than one chip, all bundled up together. So, I don't know if I've ever seen this brand before. According to the back, little story on the back, the founder started making pasta sauces. So I assume it's part of where the name comes from, the Saucy Ladies. Maybe it's also trying to be playful, I guess. But yeah, and in addition to that, Marinara Kettle chips. Also, I don't know that that's something I've seen. I think marinara, I don't necessarily think potato chips. But, that being said, I love pasta. It is the middle of winter right now. Well, I don't know, we haven't had much snow up here yet, like any at all. So it kind of doesn't quite feel like the middle of winter. It feels like it's still approaching, but it's December. It's like the middle of December, we'll say that. And this is a good time to enjoy some comfort foods like pasta, in my opinion at least. So I thought this would be a good chip for the season, perhaps. Now, these, so I really like they're kind of a light, thin, but very crunchy kettle chip. I like that. They're all pretty small though. I mean, most of them that I'm finding, like this one, are multiple small chips all together, which is fine. But I wish they were bigger. Now, as I kind of mentioned, I think it's a good time of year for pasta. I don't really go to food for comfort too much. You know, if it's like a rough time, and this time of year, like, things are busy. It can be exhausting. Just life can be exhausting. But, so it's good to, like, take care of yourself, make sure you're eating food, make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're drinking water, and, you know, treat yourself to some things. And for some people that's food. Sometimes for me that's food, but more often than not, it's just hanging out at home, playing video games, stuff like that. But when it is food, I would say pasta is the go-to comfort food. Just make some pasta and eat way too much. And I like I like, you know, like mac and cheese. I like pesto pasta. I like keeping it light and just do oil and vinegar and herbs. But marinara is really that's kind of the real deal. Now these chips, despite their crunchiness, these are not nearly as flavorful as I expected, or as I hoped. That's unfortunate. I'm not getting any, so I know they have basil and oregano and the tomato, of course. I'm not really getting any I don't know, basil. I think if I really use my imagination here, then I can kind of taste the tomato. But if I was handed these chips and didn't see the bag, I have no idea what I would think the flavor is supposed to be. Yeah, I really, like I said, maybe the tomato. But it is hard to say, because I know what these chips are made of. So that's unfortunate. There's like no, I mean there is salt, but there needs to be more salt. And I wish there were just like big, you know, there's no, I don't know, they've got like the little red from powdered tomato or whatever. But I wish there was like, I wish I could like see the basil and oregano too. So that's unfortunate. And also, the bag, it's kind of a weird bag. I mean, nothing about it, other than the word chip and the picture of chips, but nothing else about it says potato chips, or even food, really. I mean, we have this logo, this silhouette, and the font. I mean, this looks like a hair salon, or a clothing place, or something, not food, something that isn't food, for sure. The color as well. I don't think of sky blue as like a food color for the most part. You know, they're doing their own thing. They're doing something different. That's good. You don't want your bag to look like everyone else's. But yeah, I don't like it. But that's fine. It's not all about the bag, it's about what's inside the bags. But in this case, like I said, inside this bag is a satisfying crunch, but not nearly enough flavor. Where's the salt? Where's the basil? Frankly, where's the tomato? Where's the marinara? It's hardly here. So, with that, we are going to consult the chip chart. It's time. Here we go. So, looking at this, these definitely aren't very high up. I'm gonna say I'm feeling these are around the Jackson's Honest Purple Heirloom range, where there's kind of potential, but there's something missing. Now, because they're definitely not as good as those Homestyle Select Barbecue. You know, yeah, these are going right below Jackson's Honest Purple Heirloom. The Saucy Ladies Marinara is our new number 8. Because you know what? At least the Purple Heirloom, at least they had style. You know, they had style. The chips looked nice. I think the bag looked nice. I don't really remember as much about the bag. But this bag, not a fan of. These chips, kind of a disappointment, unfortunately. Now, the core of the chip, the texture and consistency, all that, pretty solid. Pretty solid. Like I said, I'd be happy if they were bigger. That's really the only thing there. But it's just, it falls off on the flavor category. And not that it's the biggest detractor, but it also doesn't score any points on the, I don't know, brand or bag style category. Not that we necessarily have that category, but you know. So there we have it. The new number 8 on the chip chart, the Saucy Ladies Marinara Kettle Chips. Let me know if you've heard of any other marinara or even just like tomato chips. I'd be interested to try them. I want to see if there are any others that try to do this thing that maybe do it a little better or a little differently at least. And let me know what your favorite comfort food is, if you also have one, especially if it's a wintertime one. And let me know about your favorite pasta, too. I like, well, spaghetti, but I would also say, what's the, oh no, I can't remember. Whatever the bow tie pasta's called, those are good. And then the spirally ones, I don't know the name. Not rigatoni. Rigatoni, those are like almost cylinders, right? Those are, I'm just gonna say it, those are not good. I don't like it. They're hard to get on your fork. They don't, I mean, they either hold barely any sauce or they hold too much sauce. It's like one or the other. Like if it somehow gets filled with sauce, it's like, that's too much. No, I think that's, is that rigatoni? Right? I forget. Wagon wheels, though. Those are good. So long.